In our last session, with Verity temporarily off to a unicorn tea party, Moment picks up on the negotiations with what seems to be the unhappy avatar of Zendikar itself in the form of the binding runes. After a bit of unproductive back and forth, the binding runes or Zendikar or its world soul explains that it is hurt and given a task that it is prevented from fulfilling. The task related to the binding of the plane together, but with no permission given to actually remove the root of the pain itself, which it refers to as 3 thorns, and the party recognizes as being the 3 Eldrazi titans or whatever term might apply to them at the moment. This binding runes requires refined directives and requests such from the party to be commanded to unfetter itself and fulfill its purpose once and for all, so that its job might be done. The group, through Jace's mental link, has made several discussions of great length discussing the risks and rewards of potentially unleashing a force greater than the Eldrazi itself. And in the course of the discussion and what seems to be unproductive efforts, the group collectively decides that it's not in their interest to release the binding from itself, considering that it thinks of the plane as a whole more so than the inhabitants on top of it, numerous and small as they are, and how to kill it if possible. Between their discussion presenting themselves as children of Zendikar and having contributed to removing the Eldrazi spawn surrounding the statue of Talib itself, they are able to make a case for volunteering to remove this particular thorn within the living spire to potentially relieve the pain of the binding runes. And it is agreeable, provided that they remain here for whatever preparations they need to do and do not attempt to escape like the last bunch. A name resurfaces that some might recognize. There's Kavros, and the other being something difficult to name or pin down, but the group has their suspicions. After some more questions, the group makes themselves ready, preparing for a door to be made into the living spire, and Verity is returned to them, whatever odds might be improved. The binding runes also ask for an insurance in the form of Gideon and Nisa to stay behind, to give it the commands to unfetter should the group fail to achieve their primary purpose. The group seeks to contact Anowen for help, but given the distance and shortage of time, all he's able to suggest is that they put into practice the due diligence they did when learning his lesson on creating an impromptu binding rune on a vessel. However, the group demonstrates great resilience towards the idea of creating one with their members, and so it seems that their preparations will have to do. And that's where we begin for today. Did I miss anything out?
Nope. That's about covered it all.
That's everything.
So we are just we have a long rest.
A long rest.
Yeah.
We're good and ready. We
are gonna go in.
for the things to smash.
I mean, all my stuff is off 1 minute, so we'll see how it goes before I do anything.
It's cool. It's cool.
Yeah, let's chill for now.
We haven't managed any sort of rests, have we?
We did a long rest.
We did a long rest.
Oh, okay. So since first engaging the things, we've long rested up?
Yes.
Yep.
Okie dokie.
So after discussing with the world soul, you all are given a long rest.
Yep.
All right.
So
Got it.
replenish all of your stuff, hit point, hit dice, whatever you need.
Yep.
Enter the living spire.
Go back.
We don't have anything
No, I
to
don't
prepare.
think we have any buffs to cast.
What buffs?
What are we expecting, really?
Any? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't feel
Eldrazi.
feel like my buff is kind of.
We're supposed to
shape
have the
jerks.
mind protect thing from what's his name?
Shape.
Jays.
Yeah.
I could
Okay.
potentially cast
James
Protect.
asked an interesting question here, which he says, shall I do the mindling as before? While it has the obvious benefits of not needing to talk, we may be vulnerable in case there's a direct mental assault.
I mean, if we're going in, chances are we can talk to each other. We're not gonna split up.
Yeah, there's one very tiny little problem. Is that these creatures, as we have faced before, are very prone to mental and brain attacks, psychic attacks.
Which is why I'm saying it's a bad idea.
So I vote against it. Very against it, actually. Very.
Very well, we should do without.
He cast protection from you and good just because it's 10 minutes.
I look at Jace and I'm like, is there any way you can protect our brains in the interim? We might not be able to talk to each other mentally, but you know, a mind protected and all that.
Actually, should we revise and know what could these address bonds do? What are the characteristics?
Your guess is as good as mine in this, I'm afraid. But the theme seems to be of distortion.
We have faced some in the forest. Perhaps they will be similar.
Some that can go through objects,
So
some
they
that
can
can
twist
teleport.
perceptions and teleport
Yes.
places.
Changing positions.
And they also change your positions. with
And
their
they seem to know to run away. when
They also
things get
seem
hairy.
to ignore cover of sorts. They know where we are.
One very major thing that since a lot of people didn't brought it up, I don't know if you guys noticed, but the mental image of us when we are fighting is against us, quote unquote, our AC.
Yes, we are fighting ourselves, I suppose.
So it's harder to hit in some cases, as I've seen Verity trying to hit itself and then it suddenly becomes toughened in some sort of cases. So I don't know how to change the fact that that's a thing.
Well, we'll figure it out when we get in. If it's the same thing, then we'll see how it interacts with us in detail.
One thing, Jace, can you still do the protecting on Verity last time you did for him?
Yes, I was going to propose that. So to Verity then. Okay, so Jace is going to cast Mind Blank. Targeting?
Verity, or I feel like Verity.
Yeah,
Even though I'm very
best.
prone to getting knocked out in one turn, but still Verity.
Verity has all the good shit.
Yeah, he has the aura.
The aura.
The aura. I feel like you are playing the Diablo 2 Paladin. No, actually, yeah, Diablo 2 Paladins. Just keeps having auras of different kinds.
Oh yeah. My value is by not collapsing, basically. Contribute passive modifiers,
Which is really important.
especially in this kind of level, I think.
All right. Chandra will contribute elemental weapon to the group.
Nice. Fire
Base
fist.
elemental weapon, right?
Let me just check if she wants to upcast it.
The max, the upcast to plus additional one, it's a 5th level though, for her if she wants to cast it that way. Because
Very
for
expensive.
She'll
Because
cast
fourth
at
level-
7th level.
wow,
What is elemental?
3 plus 3, Nani?
She has a lot of faith in us.
That just means one less delayed blast fireball.
That is true. What's elemental weapon damage?
Okay, so 11 weapon. Let me click mine and show you guys. Basically, it's that every upcast of 2 levels is plus 1. So
Just give the actual effect.
plus 3, and then 3d4.
Plus 3 bonus
Damn.
to attack rolls and extra 3d4 fire damage when you hit.
Nice.
See.
I'm
I'm
turning
gonna
that
write this
on.
down.
Okay, I need to put it.
I need to change
Plus
mine.
3 to attack. Extra 3d4. Fire.
So this is now 3d4.
Chandra.
Now this is also 3d4.
Okay, take that.
Mind blank from
I'll
Jace.
write fire for this one. And this is now actually 3, so let me change it up a little bit.
So do I put like global attack modifier? Is that how it works?
Just do your own manual calculation when it comes in.
Okay.
Plus
3d4?
3.
Yeah,
and
3d4.
I just put damage type 2 3d4 fire. Let's see if this works.
That's fine.
Wait a second.
Bonk.
Attack modifier.
Attack. Yeah, I think it works.
Wait, now I gotta try. What? I don't understand.
What?
No, that's wrong.
Huh?
It's wrong. Okay, that makes more sense. But our
Okay.
damage.
So if I
Wait a
strike,
second.
okay, there's the
What?
plus from Chandra, and then the damage. Okay.
It should work. Yeah.
Oh,
They
okay.
work now.
This is,
I forgot to turn on global damage modifier.
Zivak.
wait, is magic bonus counted as... Wait a second. That's a +1, right?
The spell makes it a magic weapon, yes.
Magic
me-
bonus, does it... Let me... Okay.
Yeah. It's just it became plus 3 if there's any.
Let me have a look.
Nice.
And it casts on our, like for the monks, it casts on our fist or
Fist.
on our weapons.
Whichever
Or
weapon
like
you
one of
present.
our weapon.
One of the weapon you
Ooh.
present.
I'm gonna keep punching things.
3, 4, 1.
Okay, I will present my Drake's claw
4,
Okay.
that I made because that's cool.
4, 3, 4. I think that's correct. 4, strength, 3, 4. 4
Okay,
again
this
from
is
proficiency.
correct. And then this is correct. Okay, got it. Okay.
I think this is fine, just like this. Yeah. It's a triangle of damage.
Let's see. If I press this button now. Okay, it works. It works. It works as intended. Okay, good.
Nice. Oh, my dad is back. Be right back.
Yes, go say hi.
Okay, good.
Okay. Any other prep work?
Does anybody else need anything?
No.
Oh,
Oh,
Oh, very
Well,
tasty.
Here is
Oh, wait.
your...
I need to turn off the global modifiers. There we go.
Yes.
Welcome back.
Let's give you your music for tonight. In Discord. Be sure to put it on loop. Right. No sooner than the rest is complete, and Jace bestows his mental protection upon Verity, steeling himself for the worst, and Chandra wastes no time in imbuing everyone's weapons with the power of elemental fire, and she'll be focusing most of her energy on that from the looks of things. Gideon gives a thumbs up from where he's sitting on one of the Hedron Titans, and next to Nisa, who still seems to be in her strange standing state of limbo.
She hasn't returned, right? She's still being like possessed.
She's still the walkie-talkie.
Connecting with the world's soul.
She's
She's
yeah.
still T-posing on top of the Hedrons.
Gideon says, I have absolute faith in the capabilities of all of you. Make us all proud.
Verity nods.
You in general, okay.
No, he's just like nods to Gideon.
No, yeah, my characters just say to Gideon, you in general, that's it.
Nika's just like thinking math in front of her face.
Man. And Verity will say, be safe out there. Then we go.
Okay, so we're waiting for the crab things to smash a door.
All right.
Yeah,
The other Hedron Titan that isn't being sat on by two planeswalkers strikes towards the statue of Talib, the living spire at the base, and its ruins. The runes on the Hedron Titan flash, and once more the anti-life shell emerges, repelling the various organic matter and roots and vines away from it as it advances towards the side of the statue, where it tried climbing before. But whether it's discerned the weak point amidst the masses of the roots and vines, it seems to have found its spot. And it rears back a whole massive gargantuan 50 feet of it, and steps forward with terrible force, and the sound of puncturing stone, rock, and crushing vines and leaves sighs and shudders all across the landscape, revealing a gaping hole inside that is strangely dark. Dark beyond what can be seen with the eye, and even that of the Aasimar. The smell of broken roots, the smell of life force draining forth, spilling, sap from ages, of vines so thick that two men across could not hold them in place, starts seeping out of the wound from the living spire.
Verity
How
casts
does the-
light on his shield.
How does the darkness sort of react to fire hands?
Yeah, our fiery weapon. Do those shine light?
You only can see 5 feet in front of you.
Oh.
Even with light.
Yes.
Verity shines the light and he says,
This seems to be magical darkness. The one that we've met back in the catacombs, I suppose.
Oh, I wish I could. I should have taken that.
Whoever is... Okay, I think that's just moment here. You may roll Arcana.
Oh. Okay, not the best, but okay.
you're the only real magical guy here now.
No, 10.
That's as much as you can tell.
The shadows
Well,
is deep.
Jace will try to roll Arcana.
Go, Jace. I believe. Oh, big.
Jace stops and pauses. No, this is not darkness. this is a distortion of the light.
So,
You mean
what
like
that
What does
mean?
this
like a mirror? Like somebody is turning the light away from us?
Essentially, light is an emitting source that can be redirected.
Like a prism?
We are dealing with an Eldrazi of geometrical means.
Right. That's true.
Where he cannot brain, but he's gonna nod.
Wait, does that mean if we toss the light, magic of object into this huge area of darkness, in some way form of shape, they will have a certain redirection of light coming out, since it is within it now if we toss it in?
Who wants to go first?
I can go first.
I'll
what
go
we can do
with-
is Verity will take. Can he just pick up a twig or any sort of item on the ground? Anything
you
at
pick
all?
up smash vine pieces.
Yeah, just take one of it. He's gonna cast light on it, and he's gonna toss it in.
Yeet it inside.
Yes.
Fling!
Fling it in.
Well,
we
the
see it
object scales in and vanishes into the darkness.
How far did it go before it just?
No idea. You can't see
Disappear.
past the darkness.
Okay,
So,
so
like-
the light doesn't illuminate the darkness when we chuck it in.
One
Yeah,
thing,
I
though,
think
the
it's just
sounds
fine.
did seem slightly muted.
Okay.
Well-
Just a reminder, I think this hole is gonna close on itself, so we should go in.
I guess the only way.
This one
Yes.
agrees.
I'm going
Perhaps
Verity
we should
goes first.
perhaps we should
goes.
use some kind of rope to attach all of us together so we do
Yes,
not
I
get
do have
separated
rope.
inside.
I take out rope.
Verity hands out ropes.
I
I take
tie
this
you.
rope and I tie it to my waist.
Me
Okay,
too.
what's the marching order, and are you all tying the rope in sequence?
Yes. I think
yes,
with
I
do we
think.
have enough for 10-foot slack?
Yes,
Or-
you do.
Okay. I think
I have a lot
Everyone
of rope.
brings out the rope they have from forever back.
Hey.
Except for he's like, much use, very good.
Okay,
Okay.
so what's the sequence? Verity,
So how
followed
do we
by-
want to tie each other?
Link.
Good question.
Like
Like,
a
do you-
chain?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
a chain, or do you want it to be one person tied to two? I mean, two tied to one, or like the kind of pattern.
I was thinking more.
It's
of a
like Verity
chain.
in the middle, everyone gets 15 feet, so
Oh,
everyone has to
no.
stay inside the aura.
That's an idea.
We're not allowed to leave.
It's like that's a pretty
It can
decent
be a
idea.
flower.
That's actually an idea.
Because the area is
20-foot radius for his
pretty
aura.
wide, right?
I mean,
We don't know. We can't
It
see. I think.
depends on
No,
whether
like
or not.
the
very-
doorway that this guy's made for us is pretty big.
Yes, it's very big.
It's a really large foot that just went through it.
Okay, I recommend what I suggested because
I-
it sounds funny.
I also
20-foot
agree with
slack is
that
fine.
because Verity wants to stay rooted in one area while the rest of us are moving around, right?
I
Yes.
suppose.
So we don't want Moment to be in the middle because he can't go that far if he is.
Yeah, he should be like
At
at
the
the
end.
back. Yeah,
Okay,
like
Yeah.
so
still 20
everyone chuck
feet.
your token
Yeah.
there,
So
and then we'll arrange everything.
Am
Yep.
sit.
Okay.
Where
Okay,
Verity?
Verity, put yourself in the middle.
Yeah.
I mean, I am here. You know what? I'm gonna
Yeah,
use
yeah.
that old token.
And then-
so you
and
know,
then
it's
there's
20 feet radius of
Jace and
Jay, then
Chandra.
Chandra. Yeah,
Wow, handwriting
Yeah.
bad.
that is a very
Chandra can't be tied to the rope because she'll burn it.
Oh, okay,
I-
fair enough.
I
But she'll
have
try to follow she'll try to follow one person behind.
I do ask somebody to help tie the rope because I have fire hands.
I will tie the rope because I don't have fire hands.
Yeah, Verdi will help because he's only his sword is fire, so he helps to tie.
I think
Yes.
Jace should be in the next to Verity. I think
Oh, I have a
Chandra.
Chandra icon. Yay.
Ooh, okay.
Yay! I think he
Yay.
has Jace one also, right? He did show up
I
before.
should have somewhere.
Allies.
But okay, is that the position you're taking?
I
Uh,
believe
Am I
so.
am I here or am I behind?
How much rope do you want
Chandra will be
connected
next to Moment.
Verity? It's gonna be funny when Verity gets teleported and switched with
Yeah.
someone, and then they're gonna be in the ropes, and we'll
Yeah.
be like, "Oh, we've caught one, guys! We've caught one!"
Yeah, I mean, in the Curse of Strut, there's one trap that like exchange teleports the character, but leaving the equipment. So like whoever gets swapped in swaps with the equipment. So it's like the paladin got teleported and the ghoul got teleported into his place, holding the Holy Avenger, and then like it dropped it screaming and jumped off a cliff.
I think
So
I
they were
think this
just
is
like,
good.
who are you?
Okay,
Just
Moment,
use
where do you
the
wanna?
last
Okay,
icon to
so,
represent Jace. It's easy.
So do you want me to be
Okay.
behind Nisa or like where is the
Nisa's
behind?
not coming. No, just.
No, not
move your-
Nisa,
move
sorry,
your
Nika.
token.
Don't
Nika.
overthink the positioning. Just
Yeah,
go
just-
for it.
Just be behind
So
Verity.
how
is fine.
far? How much space do you want in between you and Verity?
Yours is 15 feet, right? Or is it 25
Mine is
feet?
20
No.
feet.
What is the Verity's aura? Still 15, right?
It's that big
20.
circle thing.
Yeah, it's a circle.
No, I can't see the circle.
Yeah.
Oh, what? Okay, then enable it. Tell us if you can't see the thing.
I didn't know that you enabled it.
Okay, can
now
see
I
now.
can see. Okay,
Because
so I
every
want
time
to
it's a new
be.
token, you need to enable the thing.
Okay, so you want extra.
You want to be out of it, okay?
Yeah, I want to be out of it. That I can go in and out.
Ah,
Okay, so
you're
he has
using
the
another one.
rope, but he wants extra
No, I want the extra. Yeah.
freedom.
Okay.
Okay. And Jace is like 10 feet, I guess, and then Chandra doesn't have a rope.
Chandra is going to be
Chandra
with me.
is just holding onto the rope. Not are you guys tying it to your waist or something or what?
I am tying it to one of the Python rope holders that I have on my belt.
Okay, so Nika is tied to waist, essentially.
Yes, Hayes will have it tied around his waist too.
Same for moment.
Deja vu.
Okay, I mean, cause moment
At the very
tied to
beginning, during the storm, we did the same thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
Isn't it nice to revisit old themes?
Hey.
Jace will be holding on to it because Jace can afford to use one hand for that.
Okay.
Okay.
Chandra will just stick next to Moment.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay. So for this purpose, maybe when we enter, Hayes and Nika to take point, or just me?
Okay, I will let you know what things happen.
I will move 10
So,
feet.
Oh, you're going in front of Verity.
Yeah.
Right.
So I have the rope is like
It's curved.
yeah, it's like curved.
I will be behind Verity.
Just
So I've
move
got-
yourselves and your rope.
Okay, so let's assume all the rope is there. We can remove all
Yeah.
the rope.
Yeah.
Okay.
How big is the tunnel?
Haze, you step through into the darkness,
Mm-hmm.
and your senses are reduced to that of your non-visual ones.
That's good. Haze is good
Olfactory-wise,
at
you can smell the
hearing
area
and
seems rich and vibrant inside, as if you were treading on a endless carpet of vines wreathing and covering some kind of internal architectural structure that
Okay.
seems to go very far up and down into the darkness.
Can I hear any movement inside?
You can hear grinding, shifting sounds faintly, but not that of anything else, and just your companion noises.
Okay.
I mean, you can hear Verity coming in non-stealthily.
Clunk, 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 clunk,
Clink, clonk, clink, clonk.
Yeah. As I walk in, I'll like pull the rope taut, so that Verity can feel like the tug.
Okay.
That I'm still moving.
Right, he says, I suppose it's safe. We'll go now. He goes next.
As you go, we have to follow.
All
I
right.
follow.
It's a bit of a challenge for Hayes feeling around the darkness, but he does get the impression of plenty of vine-covered stairs, and more stairs, and more stairs. Some going up and down in different formations, and there's a certain trigonometry aspect to this that his brain can't quite comprehend, but no doubt it'd look quite good if someone could see it at all.
Okay, so Hayes is probably like crawling up the stairs on all fours.
Are you going up or down?
Up. Because we come from the bottom, right? Does it go down as well?
Oh, yes.
Do you want to go up or are we going down? It feels like going down.
I shall share the information. There are stairs that go both up and down.
Jay says, from what Nisa tells me, this living spire, the part of it that's above ground is just a tip.
So we are to descend.
I suppose
Descend into madness. Oh no.
Down into the darkness.
Very well. I'll lead them down.
So like when we speak to each other, it sounds muted or something like that, right?
Yes, it's strangely muted, but it doesn't seem to echo as you would expect inside a gigantic complex.
Yeah,
Right. When we touch the ground,
It's a silent room.
is it like grassy, mossy?
Thick vines.
Yeah.
It's
they
lush,
absorb the
it's
sun.
verdant, but also it covers most of the stone if in case you presume it's stone.
Does it make it difficult terrain mechanically wise?
Well, you're currently not in a rush, but if you were to try and move if you're trying to move more than your base movement per round, if you try to move more than your base movement per round, you may have to make checks to avoid slipping.
So it's sort of slippery at some sites. Okay.
Because also you're not sure where you're going, so there's a risk if you start moving faster.
That is
Or you
true.
walk into a wall and be like,
Yeah.
"Oof."
Or fall
Yeah, we
into
can't
a
see
pit.
more than 5 feet in front of us, so I mean, within 5 feet we can see the vines. Okay. All right, I guess we'll descend.
Into madness.
Can we see within 5 feet of each other or just ourselves?
Yourselves.
Okay. Okay. I will.
Well,
go
if you
down the
stand
stairs.
5 feet in front of me, we can see each other, so.
Yes.
We keep going down. So it's just very quiet right now. Except for us.
Well, there's a moment where grinding and shifting sounds greet you, and you suspect that was the entrance you came from.
Oh, okay.
But it's well and past you now. As you head down to the darkness, there's like a rushing air every now and then, like the breathing of some titanic creature to which the vines respond, shifting and following the same patterns as you entered previously.
Does it stops us from going?
Do the stairs continuously go down, or does it go down and then it's like a new floor, and then I have to look
Go
for the stairs
down and
again?
up and then down and down and down and up and down. Like there's some kind of strange irregular pattern to it.
Is it like a fractal?
Does Nika know what a fractal is?
She has gems before. I mean, she's looked at them.
Well, Nika, the most you can approximate is there's some kind of similarity with hedron geometry.
She's gonna look around, use her hands to go against the wall to see closer, and then she's gonna go, is this what it felt like when all y'all did that Seagate thing?
It's quite different. This one is less internal organs and organic in a sense. Not like vines, but it was fleshy, the ones in the Seagate.
This sounds
It's more
terrifying.
living creatures.
Well,
And as Haze's awareness perks up in the darkness of just the faintest rippling or something, Jay speaks up as well. We are not alone. But for some reason, they seem to be just observing.
Can I tell which direction the presence is?
It will be upwards from you all and with some distance away.
Like above or
Like hovering
forward?
in the air or something.
Oh,
Ah. And can I hear it? Or can I hear it or smell it or...
Smell, not quite, not with the lushness around you, but hearing is a strange concept because you detect them mainly where there is no noise,
Ah.
as if they are being there, take something out of the environment.
I feel like they are as the same as before. If we do not see them or take notice, then they won't do anything. So for now, they won't be hostile, I think.
how many of them are there?
This one.
They says in one moment there were none, and then now there are 6 of them. Hayes can reaffirm this number of the strange silences. I think at the beginning of some point during his training, when does Hayes have stealth proficiency?
Yes. Wait, let me double check in case I'm wrong.
You should have as a shadow monk. Don't
Yep,
you have?
I have a
like-
stealth.
Yeah. At some point during Hayes' training, Hayes realized the most important thing about stealth is you have to allow some background natural noise to go around you.
Yes, if you intimidate all the nearby prey animals and make everything quiet, it's a dead giveaway.
Yeah. And these things obviously don't realize that. Although it's quite spectacular at how much they can remove.
Are we to proceed?
here's
Well,
my
we cannot
question.
actually fight them or see them.
Yeah, here's my question. Do you think there's more? Because I don't know if we can take all of them all at once.
We are at India, quote unquote, home. There's obviously more than what meets the eye.
Yeah, but my question is, do we take them now? Or if we take them now, will it
We
call the rest of them? And if we don't, wherever we end up, can we take the deluge?
We can't see them.
Actually,
even if
like,
we, even if we try
answer
to
my
take them out,
question.
even if we try to take them,
I've got a question. Like, when we walk down the stairs, right? If we step slightly to the edge, do we fall down? Is there just a void?
You sense like there is, the air does come rushing up when whatever the motion is. So you do know that there is a plunge of some sort. You have tested it with your feet.
Okay, so one side is wall and the other side is emptiness.
Yeah, it's like a circular structure, and
That
the
goes
stairs
down.
like hug the walls.
Okay. So these creatures are levitating or something like that, flying
Yes.
Yeah.
in the sky. I don't think we can fight that kind of thing, guys.
Yes, I think we just
We just keep
continue
going.
downward.
Yeah,
Yeah.
What we
we
can do
avoid
is
them.
we strike at the heart and see if they scatter.
Yeah, like one of those crabs said, if we manage to injure the main thing, which you guys know probably, they take over.
Yes. So I suppose we proceed further down and do not provoke anything.
Understood.
Chandra speaks up at this point. Guys, do you think it's a bit weird that we are talking tactics? Do you think they can understand us?
Unlikely.
the last
shrug.
time when we fought in Seagate, they don't seem to understand but to mimic. So I don't think they understand us.
They don't understand language, is our experience with Eldrazi's.
Hayes will tug the rope again.
Then we continue down.
Let's
All right.
go.
You all continue down in the uneasy motions of wind rushing past you, shifting of vines, your own steps carefully down the slippery vine-covered stone stairways, and Hayes and Jace every now and then picking up the presences of other things around, like flitting blips on the radar.
Sneaky continue.
But they're just
Do
watching.
they move, or do they kind of just exist and then not exist?
Yeah, do they follow or move at all?
They don't seem to be following. Like, you can't tell these are new ones of the other ones. Like, they don't keep at the same pace away from you. They just stay where they are. Then you go out of range and you think you meet new ones or whatever.
Okay. So they could just be like teleporting around.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, at least they're not like tailing us in the traditional sense.
What Nika's gonna ask just generally to you guys, how do you know there's 6 of them? Do they feel different?
They exist
Sorry.
in different locations at the same time.
But
There could be more. but there are
Can you say it again, because I didn't caught what Nika's question.
how do you know if there's 6? Like, do they feel different? What is the deal?
There are 6 different entities.
I sensed 6 different disturbances in the order of things.
That's really interesting.
There could be more, but there are not fewer.
So you're saying there's 6 at a time, at the moment. We're walking and talking.
Yes. And then
But the
Hayes would
numbers
say
do shift
currently
around
there
here
are
and there.
like currently there are 2, but at any given time the most we detect is 6, right? Or do we enter like a space
Because
with
I mean, your detection does have a certain radius, so
yeah. So
Okay, okay.
so the most that we detect at a time is 6, or are there spots where there are even more? Where
the
there are
most you
even
detect at a time
greater
is 6.
density.
Because if they were clumping closer, that would be very awkward.
Yes. And obvious.
Wait, Eldrazi feel awkward? That's weird.
We are in the era of social distancing.
Yes. They are also allergic to the COVIDs.
Also because we all use 5-foot grids in the D&D system.
I see.
Okay.
Yes.
Two
Nika
creatures
nods.
can share 1 5 feet.
Nika nods.
Alright. You go further down, and the dampness, the moisture, the lush verdant smells and sounds seem to grow even louder and thicker. And then,
Question, can we tell how large the disturbances are?
they seem to be medium-sized.
Okay, so there are no like bigger ones.
Don't seem to be bigger ones.
Okay, interesting. Okay, anyway, you were saying something was about to happen.
And there is a sound, or rather the absence of sound, as the darkness suddenly recoils from around you,
Oh,
as if it were being sucked into some kind of vacuum, leaving behind light and illumination. And
See.
you find yourselves in the
Whoa.
middle of a massive structure.
It's India!
Like, seriously, they had some really, architecture is very interesting, like how it's so symmetrical and alien-like ways.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's why I was like, this is very interesting.
This is one of the scenes
it's a
in
well.
the movie called
I think maybe easier.
The Fall.
But it's
Yeah,
like they
watch
can
it.
carve the same sort of pattern.
Yeah, it is a well
very
of
And you can
sorts.
see in the Discord the examples of it.
Yeah.
Okay, and let me rearrange you guys according to your formation. Ace is down here. He's 10 foot away from Verity.
Yep.
Verity's
I've
up
got another
next
10 foot of
here.
rope like around one of my arms.
Then Nika is like another 10 foot behind. Then Moment is like super far behind.
It's 30 feet that I'm not wrong. Yeah, 30 feet.
I'll say it's there because there's some allowance and Jace on this side.
Oh, that's Jace.
Yeah, I just decided to use Noyenda's icon because like they are both intelligence-based things.
Fair. Fair.
Before you all is a massive entity.
Oh my god.
Oh, it's
What's
here.
that?
I don't think we can see it though.
The light, as in the light has returned, as the darkness seems to completely draw into a strange, jagged array of geometric shapes around the thing's head, if it can be called as such.
Oh,
is
so those like shards are the darkness.
Yes.
Neat.
Is it eating the darkness?
Are the darkness.
No, it's just formed the darkness into blades around it.
But I'll allow a moment to roll another Arcana check.
Okay.
Go, Mehmet.
I'll allow a moment to roll another Arcana check.
Yeah, no.
It is a 11 because I don't have intelligence, so that's the base I can get.
Ah, basic. Understandable.
Go, Chase.
My computer is
Have a
slowing
great
down
day.
again.
Oh. Take your time.
We win! Because the computer slowed down.
What a neat monster.
Too much
Ah,
I
we
just put this
win!
image here in Discord for your viewing.
It is a reality world. Yeah, we can
Oh.
see it.
Yeah, we can
It is
see
there.
it.
It is
yeah.
there.
Yeah. It's on the table.
You can only hear Jace muttering. That wasn't darkness. That was an absence. And you find yourself before this massive creature, which seems to consist of a single stone body as immutable as the same material that makes the statue above.
Okay.
And it seems to have writhing masses of appendages below for legs, if it can be called as such, 2 limbs that serve presumably as arms, and the strange darkness or absence of such around its head that begins spinning and rearranging themselves into shapes.
I see. Do those absences cast shadows?
They do not.
Interesting. Where is the light coming from?
Interesting question. The lighting seems unnatural around here,
I see.
but then
Interesting.
the shapes seem to line up into strange lines that swirl around itself. And are any of your characters illiterate?
Literate?
No.
No, we all read, I believe.
We all can read.
Okay, then here's what you see. You recognize languages.
Problem
In
is my
shapes.
character read all languages.
Yeah, you recognize every single language you can understand
In where?
I see.
in the shapes that are formed. As in one moment when you look at the shape, it's an alphabet of one language, and the moment when it rotates into a more diagonal form, it seems to resemble the character of another language, and so on and so forth in the next segment.
It's a Matrix loading screen,
It's
but mechanical.
knowledge plate. Haha.
Does it
so
appear aggressive to us?
what? Yeah.
It
What is it?
seems to be, it does not seem aggressive at the moment.
Okay.
Well, it's not
that's
trying to
good.
do anything to you, but the symbols seem to try to arrange itself in the form of perhaps something utterly alien trying to put words forward in some written format. It does not speak. All you get are the visual images. And the visual images seem to suggest a query, like a question mark.
Can I catch if there's a train of thought in the question?
Are there any
Right
keywords?
now, it's like sending you question marks in different languages.
Oh, it's like question mark?
It's BMing us. It's doing this.
Yeah, it's like, it's like, huh?
Oh my god, he's a league
Huh?
player. No, he's a league player.
It's like, what you do? Huh?
And above you, you can make out quite a few more of those strange Eldrazi's in the various geometric patterns. Definitely more than 6 of them hovering above.
Okay, I'm gonna whisper
The creature
now.
wishes to know our intention.
Yeah, it seems as though it's asking a question, but I'm not sure if we should engage.
Very cautious for
I
another
can
Titan compared
can
to what we
say-
faced before.
I can see 25 different words of question mark. What?
Actually, Moment, since you can understand all written languages and all that, there are languages even that you didn't know you knew you could understand.
Okay. Make that 200.
Out of character, maybe Moment can use all these languages as a Ouija board.
Like things like the equivalent of Latin for the multiverse that no one uses anymore.
Yeah, so I imagine it's a giant, like, 5D crossword jumble. No, not crossword, word find. So Moment just needs to find the correct letters and be like, oh, highlight this.
Okay, so it wants to know intention and it's not attacking us, strangely. Not like Emraku, who is rude.
We don't even know their actual name.
Verity in your mind. This click seems to fit the pattern of Kozilek,
Ah, yes.
the Great Distorter. The Great Distorter.
One of the 3 great ancient evils, the Distorter. Well, Verity would like to say the name, but also don't. He didn't actually. He doesn't want to trigger anything by saying its name.
Ask again.
Wait, so this is the one? This is the guy?
This is
This
the
is the
guy.
guy.
This is
Oh.
the
Guy.
Kozilek.
The one.
I whisper.
Oh,
No, this is a random Eldrazi minion.
I whispered to
no. I
Verity.
thought it was a big minion, you know?
No, this
No.
is
Big
the
minion.
Kozilek.
No, we did. I think you missed what I said just now. But there is one in here.
I whispered to Verity. Well, what are we doing?
Well,
Verity whispers back.
if he has to initiate combat, then we have to face whatever's up there, all of them at once.
I'm not a big talker. No, can I understand?
Grace and Chandra seem to be having some kind of conversation about how it can communicate, and meanwhile, it sends another query.
Look, if nobody's gonna say anything, and then I say out loud, do you speak common?
When Nika speaks and her voice ripples across, several of the smaller symbols sort of vibrate and shift as if recognizing and matching the tonality. So Nika's question is, do you speak common?
Yeah. She's perturbed by all this, like, voice change translation stuff going on.
I imagine they vibrate and sort of echo your sound.
Response.
Bonjour, hello, ni hao,
Oh no!
apakaba.
It returned back computer words. Yes, no.
I reply back, we speak common.
Nika says we speak common.
Yeah.
Once more, certain patterns seem to vibrate in responding to her. Like the symbols sort of pause and they seem to be trying to find some kind of similar frequency. And it responds.
Yes.
I look at Verity with expectant eyes of, hey, you're a talky person.
Verity asks. He'll just ask directly.
I look at the symbols. Does it still symbolize the same thing as what you've written
Yes, it
down?
symbolizes the same thing across all languages. But the common seems more prevalent now.
And Verity will speak, in common, of course. Are you Kozilek?
Wait, why this? Okay, never mind.
Okay, Verity, what? Okay, you're speaking that in common.
Yes.
Everyone other than Verity make an intelligence saving throw.
Whoa! Okay.
Let me put Verity's aura up again.
Save.
I don't think I will save. Yep, I don't save.
Whoa,
I have an
okay,
8
20.
total.
Just does its
8
job.
total.
20.
8 total.
8 total.
Moments got 4 total.
Wait, Moment is out of the circle. Oh, right. Yes, he is.
Yeah, I was really surprised why did... Okay.
4 total.
Well, he'll just ask.
Passes.
Chandra's brain
You
too big.
forget what power it lies with those names.
Okay, so Moment and Haze are stunned at the utterance. The rest are fine, but like disconcerted by the strange alien name that even though it's diluted down through several different languages, and the symbols simultaneously, all of them seem to vibrate, matching the tonality.
For this turn, I cannot answer.
So yeah, Moment and Haze are out of action for a bit of time.
It's okay. Haze does not know how to approach this entity.
I don't think we
It does not
fight
look
it.
like food.
It doesn't look like food. It doesn't seem like we can just like fight it.
And there are many
Yeah,
creatures
many
among us.
Yeah. So we have to sort of find other way to.
Ask it if we're friends.
Okay, so from what you can tell, its central body looks like it looks like you'll be trying to assault a statue if you attack its central body. It does have like fleshy limbs on the bottom, on its arms, and you have
also
no
those
idea
are-
what the shapes do.
Tendrils under it, right?
The fleshy pieces could be vulnerable.
How big is? It's just gigantuan, right?
It's that size compared to you all.
Yeah.
Does it seem to be doing anything?
Does it
Or does
react?
it seem to be
It's
just
like-
existing?
That blurs slightly, like distorting the space around itself. But otherwise, it seems to be still for now.
Does it respond to its whatever we call it?
I think that's why everybody got a headache.
Yeah, but does it respond?
Oh, yes!
He's like yes.
Yee.
Okay, there is a
It's
question.
very excited. It's like, I am
You
known.
know me! Do you have a cell phone number? Maybe we can WhatsApp.
Okay. Actually, you want to know why it decides to settle down here? Like, what is it doing in this place? How? By the way, at the bottom of the tendrils, right? Does it seem like it's seeping from the ground, or is it like?
Well, there seems to be a pool. There seems to be water.
Like, are the tendrils like absorbing stuff?
You can't tell. I mean, there's water there. Part of the tendrils are submerged. That's also where a lot of vines come out that are not in the picture, but the vines would come out and creep and go all the way up. along stairs.
Okay.
Out
Where
of
do you?
character, didn't you? We already know that they are being locked down in here.
Yes.
Yes, but like it doesn't seem like it's getting locked down at all because it's doing stuff. So you know what? I'm going to just question this creature.
Are you the living spire itself?
In common. Just like let's say the living spire, it's the tip of the thing. So like, did people build the
Yes
thing?
and no. Yes
Or
and
did
no.
it itself, or is that itself?
In
But a husk?
response with that,
It doesn't know. Yes, no.
Okay. Are Haze and Moment unstunned?
still stunned.
Okay.
Maybe it's
Unless
yes
Verity
and
really spends like,
Let us know when we're unstunned.
"Are you?" Then like maybe they might get unstunned after one question, but that'll take a bit of time.
Okay.
Okay, looking around. So is it holding light, or limbs is just by its side for now? It's not doing anything.
Well, they sort of there's that distortion of space around it, but it's like it's stationary otherwise.
Okay.
Idle animation.
Animation. All right.
How long did it take for Hayes to snap out of it?
Huh? He
We
has
have
not out of
not.
it yet.
Oh, he's not out of it. How long has it been?
Shrug. Verity has just been asking questions.
Yep.
I'm counting.
I'm trying to ask as much
seconds.
questions as we can until they get understand.
Okay. So what is the
That's
next
my
question?
plan.
Yep. I'm
Come on,
counting
guys,
seconds.
give me some questions.
Are those people? Are those things your friends? Are they your children? Are we friends? Do you like pizza? How about sandwiches? Biscuits?
Is that in character?
No.
Oh, correct.
That's
Where do
all
you
out
ask?
of character.
Pineapple or no?
From you. The ones-
Sorry, what's Verity's
Are
question?
those
He points towards the elders' response flying on top of them.
And then he'll say, are those your children?
No. He's like, no.
No. just means he looks like they looks like me doesn't mean he's my kid.
Okay.
I get the impression that's what he's saying.
I say,
He's like, huh?
I'll add a bit more elaboration. The symbols do shift around with this response, and it's hard to comprehend. But there seems to be some suggestion of that whatever causes them, like whatever is related between them, is not some simple act of child behavior or. Like, it's hard to say how symbols try to form the idea of something emerging from another thing. Like one shape can divide and things come out into another smaller shape and such.
So it's like, okay, I don't think.
So it's a
that-
cell diversion.
I'm gonna whisper to Verity. I think it just said that you just sound racist.
What? Verity is confused. Then Verity will ask,
So you created them. Do you know that they attacked us?
No.
no, it's still.
Yes, no.
There's some
Maybe.
shifting again of the symbols, and it seems to show shapes dividing, colliding, getting absorbed back into the shapes, and then dividing and colliding again.
I'll whisper to Verity.
And some of the shapes seem to start changing their outline to resemble more two-legged, two-armed things, but they repeat the same motions with the others.
What?
So the big thing is turning into a biped, or the little things are turning into bipeds?
Yeah, is it a small-
Two-legged, two-armed things.
I mean, that's humanoid. without head, I mean, right?
Or at least maybe something like silhouettes. There seems to be no differentiation between the blobby shapes and the humanoid shapes that combine and collide and divide and so on and so forth.
Okay.
I whispered to Verity, what does it want?
Yeah, I suppose. We can ask that out of character. In character, it says,
Why are you in this place? What do you want? What is your purpose?
Okay, the shapes sort of flatten down and sink down to some kind of a ring, and strange patterns arise from them that mimic hedron geometry, and then the entire ring rises back over its head and forms its default configuration into an arrow pointing up.
oh, I mean, it's just telling that it's getting trapped here by the hedrons.
Yeah, it wants to leave.
As well, so we confirm that it's being held down by the hedrons, which is good. Okay, our character. Right, is Haze and Moment out of it?
I'll let you know when they are.
More questions, guys. Come on.
Okay, wait. So to recap, what are we meant to do?
We are here to
We're
destroy
supposed to
it.
destroy
Or
it.
weaken it. Yeah.
Well,
One way
yeah,
or
we
the
can,
other,
we can more likely.
And then perhaps it seems to get the hang of things, but the shape dissolves back down into the ring again. And starts forming into the shape of 6 humanoids.
Wow, shit! It's gonna. How many of us are there? 1, 2, 3, 4,
There are
5,
6 of us.
Yeah, 6 of us here.
Okay, there's gonna be a problem because it's probably turning into all of us.
The ring sort of rises and shifts and seems to form some kind of donut shape around the 6 figures. And then it sends another query. It is now asking you a question.
It's like 6 figures with donut rings around them. Maybe it's asking what we are doing here? I'm not sure.
Yes. I think it is.
Yeah, I know, but I'm thinking what to respond because Haze and Omen is still out of it.
Do you want to think in character so that you can spend time?
I mean,
Out of character, ask it what it remembers when it was first born, quote unquote.
I mean that kind of thing is, how do we even? It's asking us now, so it would be good to ask question again.
Exploring?
Jace whispers to Verity, perhaps you could try asking something that would make our task easier. Or is it asking us a question? I don't even know.
Verity say it looks like it's asking a question. It would be uncourteous to ask another question when a question is given to us. And I suppose I could answer it.
Did it ask a thing yet?
I'm not sure. It shows like this 6
It
figures
shows
with donuts.
us.
Yeah, it shows us.
And then it's like
And it is
why?
and our visage has donut belts
Yes.
each.
Maybe because we're being tied together by ropes.
Yes.
There.
but I feel like it's just like, oh, what? Like, I am trapped by the hedrons.
Are you trapped?
What are you trapped by?
Ah. Well, to be fair, we did not answer why we're here.
Yes.
I mean, I don't think it asks why we are here. It's just
That
like,
was,
why?
I
It's
think,
just
the
like,
first
what?
basis. Like, what? Who?
Why you tie yourself?
Whence?
And Bertie will just say,
We're just trying to be safe.
Verity says we're just trying to be safe.
yes. He's just assuming that he's asking about the rope thing.
Yes, because It has the donut
Donut,
around
yeah,
us.
we all have donuts around us, so we're just like, oh yeah, okay, rope. All right, we're just trying to be safe. He's being very truthful here.
Okay. I suppose this can be constituted a surprise. And in the next moment, the shape shifts, turning into something sharp like fingers for stabbing nails, slicing outwards towards all of you. And in a blink of an eye, the rope falls to pieces
Oh.
before the shapes retract back to its form.
Oh, ask why do that?
Yeah, ask it why does it not want us to be safe?
Yeah, very safe.
But why? I mean, the rope kept us safe. Why are you severing our ropes?
Well, the various symbols that vibrated in response to the word safe sort of vibrate again.
Okay.
Because it's like, yes, you are safe now. You do not need to be tied to each other.
I suppose that makes sense. Like, yes, here I'm not being a danger. You're safe.
Okay. Nika's gonna whisper to Verity. I'm afraid that if he thinks that we feel safe being bound, he might bind us closer. So maybe change direction of the conversation. Maybe
I
ask
would
it a bit.
ask it a different thing, I suppose. Things that might help us.
All right. Okay. If we want to ask things that will help us against it, right, out of character. What sort of direction are we going to? Let me have a think. Like the fleshy limbs are sort of perhaps a weakness. We saw its claw extending out. It can do that easily, severing us.
Ask if it can not get rid of, like, ask if it can hug its children. I mean,
What?
yeah, hug, absorb. It seems to be misunderstanding a lot of the concepts.
Yes.
So if you ask it to hug its
Okay, but
children?
there's actually one thing I'm wondering. It's always been, apparently it looks like it's been being here not motionless but just staying in one spot. Can he move around? Is he free to move up within this area?
I don't want to give it
Can
the
you
idea.
move?
No, because if he truly is
You
locked
are
down,
stuck, but can you move?
yeah.
Yeah, I
Like-
mean, we want to see if it's actually mobile, if we are supposed to fight it,
Yeah.
right? Or it can fly or something, you know?
I feel less worried about this guy and more worried about the flying shit.
If
But at
he
least
can
the
move,
top
that
guys,
would be.
I'm actually more worried about this big guy.
Yeah,
if it
because if
actually
he can
can
move.
fly.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure this big guy can like one-shot us from
Yeah.
wherever it wants. It just needs to send a shard of that black shit and be like, new, and then we'll be like, ooh.
Yeah.
Okay, moment you
9,000
make another Arcana check, this time with advantage.
Oh, okay.
Go Mimit, use brain.
Big
I
brain.
don't know if
Become
how
Become
big,
smart.
I don't know if
Smart.
how big brain mine is. Oh,
Warlock
very big
become
brain.
18-bit brain.
Okay, when the string shards and shapes stab out and slice the ropes, you notice that when the ropes fall, the ends are not frayed as if someone slashed it with a knife. The rope is just like perfectly even, falling with like even gaps between the segments.
Oh.
And at last, you can piece something together.
It was
It has this property that I'm going to link in your Discord.
It's like a lightsaber.
Mixed toast.
It's a delete tool.
Yeah, it's a delete or like a copy, cut, paste.
It's an
thing.
erase tool.
Yeah.
It just erases.
Yeah. Share, moment, share.
It's an annihilation
Well,
tool.
he
Unfortunately, Bowman is still stunned.
Yeah, I'm still stunned, and he did
just
link me
unmade
privately, so I don't know.
ropes.
You can blink aggressively to try and communicate in Morse code.
I
By the
will
way,
blink aggressively.
Panic
I'll look at the
blinking.
ropes as well and find it's kind of weird, right? The way they severe it. Did they severe all the ropes between us and we are left with the donuts, or did they severe the donuts too?
It's severe all the ropes. So it's
Okay.
like you have like maybe 2 inches of rope still tied to your waist, and the segments in between connecting have fallen off.
Okay. So we still have the rope belts, but they're just not connected to
Yeah.
each other
Yeah.
anymore.
Yep.
For once, you don't have much rope on you.
Oh,
Oh
Brady
my
picks
God.
up the rope in front of him that is like 20 feet, I suppose, because between him and Hayes, right?
All right.
Looks at it.
Um,
And then, yeah. He will
Apparently, you
ask.
pick up the rope,
Yep.
and several of the shapes sort of shimmer and vibrate slightly, growing slightly sharper.
He hates ropes.
Ask it if ropes are scary.
Yeah. It's okay. Brady will look at it and see its response like,
Are you afraid of ropes?
Out of character, it might be because once upon a time it was trapped, and then it got free, and then it got trapped again.
question mark?
More shapes sort of rise and sharpen.
Eh.
There's some shifting from the other Eldrazi spawn on top.
How
Brady
many
will return the rope
spawns?
on the ground
How many
gently.
spawns are there now?
You can make out about 24 of them.
Oh, so many!
Brady will put on the rope gingerly and see if it's
Their
left up.
shapely forms
Yeah.
blot out the sky.
Does
It doesn't blot out any light because the light seems to fill everywhere.
does it respond to him putting down the rope?
The shapes seem to turn back into more circular blobby forms.
Okay, he doesn't like rope, guys. Brady will ask this Eldrazi.
Can you actually move? Are you stuck on the ground? Could you fly?
What's
Like-
the question?
Could you actually move? Are you stuck on the ground? Could you fly like the others?
He points up.
I whispered to Verity, I'm like, too many questions, not enough symbols.
I'll ask one simple question. Are you stuck on the ground?
No, he already replied the answer.
No.
I mean, that's in response to what you ask.
Yeah, so that's many,
fly.
many things. It's no
He
to
cannot
which
fly.
one.
Okay.
So I think he's just putting all in the same answer because I think all of them is just no.
It is not stuck on the ground.
But
He
he
cannot
also
fly.
but he also cannot fly.
Okay.
Okay, and I assume that this creature, if allowed, would like to leave.
I'm pretty sure it is, yes.
And I'm
Yes.
pretty sure that we're not supposed to let it leave.
Yes.
100%.
We're not
Okay, so the
supposed.
question
We are
is, how
finding
do
out
we
the
do the thing?
weaknesses.
How do we do the thing that we're supposed to do?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how do we fight this and also the things up there. Could we ask it to
Hug your children.
how do we manipulate so that it will section itself away from those things above us is what I'm trying to find out here.
Ask it if it loves its spawn.
What?
Ask abstract questions and see if it understands.
Nika can ask.
Yeah, us.
Oh, if you say so.
I mean,
She's just gonna speak up because this is taking too long. But also,
we are trying
Friends.
to understand.
friends are still stunned.
Yes.
She's looking at the thing and she goes, "Do you love them? Your spawn?"
See, he don't even understand what are those.
Why do they exist?
Just to suffer. What?
Oh yeah, let's ask it abstract questions like, do you know what is love? Thoughts?
Thoughts?
Like the shape sort of again shift into the same roundish blobby and sometimes humanoid figures that divide, collide, merge, divide again, collide.
It's loading.
So forth.
No,
It's
it feels like
thinking.
it. Does it looks like it's just self what it calls
Okay,
self.
Nika and Verity can try an insight check.
Okay.
Verity is not
18?
good at that kind.
I
man.
feel like this is like just dividing, like you just make more of certain things, like how cells does it.
From what Nika observed of the shapes and all the movement, like there's something very critical about their presentation, which is when it was with the rope, like the shapes differentiated themselves into something sharper from the others. And when it comes to these humanoid and blobby things, like there seems to be no distinction in how it's presented.
I have to think.
I
Some
don't
shapes
really.
seem to embody an impression of otherness, and some do not have that distinction.
I'm going to look at it and go. Are you making us? Do you want to be like us?
So do you want to be like us? And the shapes sort of again do that same thing between the round blobby ones merging and the humanoids and all that.
So it's just creating.
Jace at this point says in a low voice, I think it does not seem to distinguish any differences between its spawn and us.
Ah. You're trying to make us, but we are kind.
What's the last part?
We are kind.
I'm thinking it might be some sort of assimilation thing.
We are generous.
I don't even know if you are saying the same thing as what he's saying.
We have love.
Do you understand the concept of love?
Spin the wheel.
I'm actually lost what Nika is saying.
We have
We have communities and
humanity is not the right word. What?
I feel like you are saying all those are not the right word.
We have a certain morality.
There's a pause and the shapes start to go from the ring and accumulate in front of itself into a different shape that's far more detailed and seems to resemble something of a pyramid with multiple tentacled appendages coming from the bottom and such, and in various directions, like some kind of a strange jellyfish.
Ah. Is that what it used to look like?
yeah, we just asked, was that what you were?
There's the shape sort of shows something emerging from below and forming two more shapes that Jace can pretty much identify as some kind of approximation of 3 Eldrazi Titans in total.
So one cell division into 3 entities.
Does it? Would we know if it resembles anything that Alara wrote about the history of the core, the crashing of the city?
The thing that escaped?
Yeah.
Well, okay. In Alara's research of that, in what scarce quantities she was able to gather, it seems that well, the core did not very much document so much on these strange things that escape, but it seems that they were vital for different reasons. Like
Is it the energy?
You couldn't use just one thing for everything. You needed like all 3 of them.
So from what we know, is this one locomotion?
From what you can tell, there were different. It's hard to say what to clump it in, but there was something that was critical to keeping the cities floating. There was something that was critical to keeping the cities sustainable.
This seems to be the floating one.
And there was something that seemed to keep the cities from falling apart.
Okay, so out
This
of
seems to be the
character.
floating one.
Yeah, this one's
Yeah.
supposed
So
this is the floating one.
the no falling apart one.
Is probably
It's probably Ulama, because Eraku is the one that sustains life, right?
I don't know. You're better at this than I am.
Because
Or
Ulama is
maybe-
the one that destroys and create.
or maybe the
Maybe
one
that is the sustain one.
Yeah, that could be the
Yeah.
sustain one.
the one that
Yeah.
keeps things from falling apart is
It's
the
Emrakul.
organic one.
Yeah, the organic one.
Well,
Yeah.
see, this seems to keep having like vines and whatnot.
Okay,
so-
okay. I'm gonna ask. You move. Yes. In the city, you're the one who makes it move. Do you remember?
The shape sort of shift into some approximation of towers, buildings, and such, but like the shapes vibrate a lot and are spiky and sharp.
We don't like it either. We think it's mean and terrible.
Is Nika telling the truth?
Yeah. It's freedom, man. I get it.
The image of the city sort of dies down into the same blobs as before.
Would you like to return to, your original form of just freedom and without any care?
Do you remember what you were?
Well, the shape sort of shift and turn into an arrow pointing to itself. And Chandra goes, "Oh, that was easy for once."
You're supposed
Chandra's
to be
like-
a wizard.
Chandra's like, hey, I understood that one. Yes.
Nika is gonna laugh at Chandra. That's another
Okay.
thing. If you want to be like us, we also have humor.
The problem is I'm stunned. I cannot contribute to anything.
It's okay. Eventually you'll be unstunned.
Yeah.
Okay,
so what's
so-
Nika saying? If you want to be like us, you can what?
We also have humor.
We also bake cookies.
Yeah.
We go so.
It's this, like, she's trying to reach out to a sense of any form of humanity since it's trying to be like us. It's trying to be free. It's trying to not go back. But she also knows that it has an imperative and she wants to know what that is.
Okay, to your humor question, it responds.
Question mark?
What that?
What that can eat?
I feel like he just want to be free and not be free like us, just be free, but not like us as a humanoid. But
Like
I
the
can't
arrow,
say anything
though.
because I'm stunned.
Okay, then he would just ask, do you seek vengeance for what happened to you? Okay, he doesn't understand.
He don't even understand what is vengeance and anger.
Do you feel sad? Magic 8 ball. Ouija board, let's go.
It's okay.
Oh, he doesn't
we get
feel.
there.
He don't feel.
He doesn't know emotions and such concepts.
Okay, haste and moment break out of the stun.
How long did that take?
A good.
That will be quite a lot of combat rounds.
Oh my god, okay,
Oh my
combat
God.
bad.
Don't say his name anymore, please.
I mean, we're having a pleasant chat with this.
I'm gonna
Guys.
sit down on one of the steps.
A moment. Tell us what you found.
Okay, I'm gonna go close. I'm going to.
You can move
be-
yourself from the thing.
Okay. Yeah, here.
Andra will follow as well.
Okay, Hayes can see around him now. He will just like be like, "Whoa, around here! Look at all these vines."
Okay, so
I mean, haste could see, like, stun doesn't stop you from perceiving things.
Yes, but he couldn't move before, so now he's like,
He's
he
more
just
of
keep
a-
moving around now.
He's more of a tactile experiencer.
Okay. This I'll be whispering to the party. That's including including Jace, but I don't know how far can I whisper. To
"Yeah, I
Jace.
don't think you can whisper to me. It's okay. Whisper to those guys."
Okay, so whisper to Jace and the others is like. So the thing is floating above his head. I suddenly got some sort of image that was shown by my mistress. A very powerful thing known as the Spear of Annihilation. I don't know if you heard that before.
Do we
That
know
one,
anything?
this one, I told to Jace as well.
Shrug.
I mean, the concept of it, like, they wouldn't know what you're talking about. The best concept you can raise is that it's basically antimatter or like nothingness. Don't let it touch you.
Yeah, it's a void, a ball of void. It's supposed to be a ball of void that you can control. Then it will eat through anything, and I mean anything.
It's the erase tool in Microsoft.
Yes.
It's a mini black hole.
Existence eraser, basically.
It's a mini black hole in some
So-
cases.
While Moment is doing this, Hayes will like, "Can I pick up part of a vine?"
The vines are very thick, and also it's like when if you're trying to pick one up, it's like when you try and pluck a weed, it's connected to don't know how many meters worth of roots and all that.
Yes. So
So
no,
you're
I
like-
don't want to like pull one out. I just want to lift it off the ground a little bit.
It takes a bit of effort to just lift to budget a bit because they've grown in so packed and tight over the years.
Ah, okay.
Okay.
I shall sniff at the vine and look at the creature. Does it react to me at all? I like poke the vine and sniff the vine and like scratch the vine a little bit. Does it care?
It does not seem to respond to you.
Okay, I'll nom on the vine like nom.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Didn't we say it's a not good thing to eat the vine outside? Now you're eating the vine inside.
Fruits. Potato, carrots, nom.
Well, it tastes like the world's oldest, thickest zucchini that you're biting into. But you could actually train your teeth on these. Like these are quite tough things that have been growing for millennia.
I see.
Well, the creature itself doesn't seem to well, like some of the shapes shift in another one of those queries. But the vines themselves shift a little under haze.
Verity will ask the other creature.
Huh?
Do you know that you're hurting this plane?
Response.
Also, Nika, I don't think he trying to be like us as like us humanoid, but I want to say he want to be like us, free in concept, not like so he doesn't understand emotions and whatnot. All those abstract things he doesn't understand. He just want to be free like us, not become us.
You know, Moment, you don't have to explain the same things 5 times in a different way.
But you ask so many times that I have to say it.
Chandra discreetly warns you that your buffs are going to wear out in a matter of minutes, since you have taken a while to travel down, and this conversation is taking
how long
a while.
has it been since
It's a 10-minute.
What? No, it's been a lot bigger than this, coming down and down and down.
like
Chandra and Jace know their duration.
like 10 minutes, an hour?
It's an hour.
Verity will actually ask it. One of you, there's 3 of you. One of you has hurt the plane. Will you do the same?
What's Verity's question?
One of you have hurt the plane. Will you do the same? Are you doing the same? He's referring to the Seagate one.
Does not understand the concept of hurting the plane.
There is some, well, like the shapes do shift around in resonance to the word, but the word hurt does seem to appear more spiky and sharp.
Yeah. And he doesn't know. It's an alien creature that doesn't know it's doing. I mean, I guess for them it's just they are just eating, right?
Okay,
so
wait. She's gonna ask. When it did that whole blob image of itself back in the day, there was 3, right?
Yep.
Which means it knows there's 3 of them, but they're separate entities. So she's gonna ask, do you know where the 2 others are? Do you know? It responds with a Y. Okay, I know. Do you know that one of them is like this rope? And then I point to the rope. Bad.
He doesn't. Yeah, it responded no.
To us, bad.
Yes, bad for us, like rope.
But rope good.
I mean, to it.
I mean, it responds in a
like
negative matter, so we are trying to associate that with.
Has anybody figured out how to beat this
There
yet?
is a shift. Well, there's some shifting of some characters, like the rope. The mention of the rope seems to resonate with spikes and sharp edges, and it forms again the image of the round blobs and humanoid blobs colliding, merging, dividing. And this time it adds in an additional shape like the strange squid thing with a pyramid top and legs coming out from the bottom, and adds it into the sequence of collision and merging and dividing.
I'm wondering what is the significance of that, guys. Do you have a theory?
My theory is that it's learning. It's adding
it's
adding
thinking.
things that we're introducing.
It's learning new shapes.
Yeah, you know the button that says prove that you're not a robot, and we have to pick traffic lights.
We have to pick traffic light or
Yeah,
bike or something.
we're
That's how
doing
they
that.
train robots.
Yeah. So that's what we're doing right now. We're asking it abstract questions, and eventually it can play chess better than us.
Oh
Oh
no.
no.
But we have to tell it the good things.
Yeah. But here's the thing. I don't think we are supposed to defeat in a conventional way. We are supposed to make it benign.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're
Out of
supposed
character,
to make it
did you bring banishment?
I'm not at the level
Oh,
to use this
You're not
spell.
a
I'm not
cleric.
paladin.
Oh shit!
Excuse me, sir.
Excuse me, sir.
The two guys that have banished has now left the party. God damn it!
Because
Me?
Yeah, banished.
Paladin.
No, but my banish hurt him. I don't want to hurt him.
Yes. Hayes will ask, do you eat?
Hayes asked, do you eat?
Yeah,
Yes.
good question from Hayes. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
What do you eat?
Okay, we teach this guy to be benign, I suppose.
Okay, let me think of how it's going to present this.
Yes.
While he's thinking, out of character, do you think it's wise to teleport him away, like out of this place?
Okay.
I don't know. It sounds
You ask what
disastrous.
you eat, and
Yes.
it makes the jagged, sharp edges of a city.
He eats
Is the
cities.
city?
Oh.
Interesting. No, I mean like just going back to his own plane.
Like
would be nowhere.
Emrakul. Emrakul ate a city, and that's why it's full and sleeping again.
Yeah.
So we have to feed it a city?
we need to
Pretty
feed-
much. Have you eaten recently? It cannot remember.
The word recently doesn't seem to have a shape associated with it.
Okay.
I'm gonna take this time to go to Chandra and apologize to her about wasting her spell.
Yes.
Well, I think there's something weird and important going here, but Jace is getting a bit impatient.
Oh,
I'm
that's
gonna
bad.
I'm gonna pull both of them like closer to me, and then I'm gonna ask Jace. Look, I'm not smart enough to figure this shit out. I know how to ask some questions to make people like me, but this is weird. What are we supposed to do? We can't fight it. That fucking black shit gonna turn us
Jace,
into butter.
thanks to Moment's information, I can try to keep it at bay, but that would take my entire effort and concentration.
As long as you
Also,
can stay safe.
Mika point out that above there is something much more dangerous. There are like 24 of them up there.
Yeah.
How do we fight that at the same time? I think if it's just against this guy, we
Chandra
could
says-
figure out something.
If we need to, well, they're clumped together and they're
Fireball.
not that strong, I think.
That's true.
But that will take all my patience as well.
Well, how much longer do we have? And then I sort of like wiggle my hands or fire.
Okay, you have about 3 minutes left.
Okay.
Do you want to initiate now?
Is now or never.
Yeah, because we did ask what it is. It's cities that means
No.
no.
Okay.
We are.
Okay, I'm gonna really quickly ask you one more thing, and then
Yes.
I think you should let the rest know that we're going ham.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask to the big thing. Do you eat those? I point to the things in the flying shit.
Nika asks, do you eat those?
Yep.
Its own Eldrazi spawns.
Oh, I know.
Yes, no, maybe.
I don't believe you. Why don't you show?
How do you eat?
How
Oh,
do you
no.
eat? Damn.
It makes the same shape of blobby humanoids and blobby round shapes and blobby weird jellyfish things like colliding and merging and dividing.
So they don't use mouth.
So they merge. So if we push it into the body.
It might make him stronger, so no, please.
I'm gonna shrug at Chandra and Jace and the rest, and I'm like,
Yeah,
it's now or
there-
never.
Bertie says that
It's unfortunate that we have to fight you since you have no concept of evil or such, but your existence does cause danger to the civilization of Zendikar.
sacred weapon.
Ah. Okay. I guess we're going.
I guess we're
And,
going.
guess we're going.
Everyone can roll initiative, and this is where we'll pause it for the night after that.
No. I guess
Okay,
we're
then.
going.
I guess we're going.
Go
12.
DM, activate the time stick.
Oh, there's a time
Oh.
stick.
Oh wait, let me. I'll just
Clear it.
Clear the
Yeah.
time stick.
Okay, I keep the Nikas and Verities.
Okay.
Yes.
Doing.
Oh, nice. Quick. It's okay. We have 3 minutes of punchy power.
Ooh,
Oh wow.
that's a
Moment
natural
fast.
20, natural 20 that I don't want to use during initiative, but okay.
I mean, Verity doesn't feel good about this. It's like trying to kill a baby who doesn't know what it's doing.
Like,
It's been a
Like, if
baby
you-
for eons.
Yeah, I know, but it's like to him the concept is the same. It's like a baby who doesn't know what it's doing.
If you have banishment, I would just like ask him will
Yeah,
it
but I
allow us to
don't have banishment.
and my banish
a
hurt
monk.
people. And my banish hurt people, and I don't like it.
You can banish it if you want to, but then
But
it will
No,
just
he
do
can't
something else.
banish. He can't banish it because
No,
in
the
order
thing
to
is-
banish it, it has to be less than 50 HP.
Oh my
And
god.
I don't think it's less than 50.
Yeah,
definitely.
And that's why I said it hurts him if he doesn't have that amount of HP. It hurts him.
I know, but like it's like I don't want to kill it, but then it doesn't know that it's actually killing the people, so it's like
It's a robot. Nobody programmed this
Also-
robot with like.
Also, the thing is that I don't know if him disappearing, what happened to Zendikar, because he's essentially keeping a part of Zendikar afloat.
no,
Something.
No,
that's
no,
only the
no,
core
no, no.
cities.
No, he was saying like this is my job last time, kind
yeah.
of thing. Like,
Oh.
oh, there's 3 of us, brothers.
But I don't know if the when the binding happens, did they make him able to do those sort of
Nope.
things as well?
Nope.
This
Yeah.
is a created creature way
Yeah.
back then by the core. And
And
with
it
that,
grew to the-
I'm gonna stop streaming. We'll see you
Yeah.
guys next week.
Okay.
Hope we
Okay.
don't die.
Bye.
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 Don't die.
Samurai.
Bye.
How do you like your